Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about multiple news, and to be more specific, we are going to talk about players who are rumored to come into Barcelona next season. We are going to talk about what's fake and what's not, what's most likely to happen and what's not most likely to happen. So that is what we are going to do today, and we are first going to talk about Pau Torres. According to Sport, Barcelona are keeping tabs on Villarreal center back Pau Torres, a promising player who has grown a lot this season. Negotiations are underway, although there are other candidates too. The idea is to sell Umtiti to save wages. So yes, we are talking about Pau Torres, who is from Spain. He is 22 years old, so he's not that old. He is in his young years, and in this season Pau Torres has been a fundamental player for Villarreal. I highly recommend you guys to go watch Barcelona versus Villarreal that happened last year in 2019. It was in the Camp Nou, so we were playing home, and so I really suggest you guys to go watch that game. Pau Torres really showed up for Villarreal. Even though we did win, Pau Torres did do his job in order to decrease the amount of goals that we were going to score against Villarreal. So this player, I have also seen the highlights between him and Barcelona. He does amazingly well against players like Luis Suarez, Messi. He did really well containing Barcelona's attack. And I'm going to be very honest here, I'm starting to really see a trend going on in Barcelona, because we have talked about what Barcelona might want to get next season, and that's either going to be a very experienced, proven world-class defender or a young potential prospect defender. And at the moment, the trend that we are currently seeing is that Barcelona are looking to get that young potential prospect player. They are looking for their next young star. It's almost like they're trying to reboot their defense, because at the moment, and you guys know this, right? You guys know, if you guys watch Barcelona like me every week, what Barcelona has at the moment is currently not hoping. The Piqué, Umtiti and Lenglet trio is not working. Yes, we do have some individual good performances from these center backs, but I just feel like the duo from these three players, whoever's chosen to be the center backs of a match, is not really working. And I believe Barcelona do want to see new faces next season. They do want to try new things out. They are very well aware that this Piqué, Lenglet and Umtiti trio is not going to work, and it's not going to work next season. And Pau Torres will be a great addition to the defense, because Pau Torres, if you guys watch him play, if you guys have seen him play by now, he does really remind me of Gerard Piqué, but a much faster version, right? Obviously because he's 22, but he is a great passer. He knows how to dribble, and someone who knows how to pass from the back is highly appreciated from Barcelona. So those type of defenders like Pau Torres will always be appreciated by the club. And the best thing about this player is that his price tag is 22 million euros. It is between 22 and 25, I believe, but that is very cheap for a player like him. So with that price tag, I believe Barcelona will go with the attitude of, hey, let's buy this player. It's only 22 million. It's not going to hurt us. Let's try this player out, because at the end of the day, this does not impact us in the financial level. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are now going to talk about Carlos Alena. According to Sport, Quique Setien wants Carlos Alena to be with Barcelona next season. The coach thinks he can be very helpful playing in between the lines, and the idea is to sell Arturo Vidal and Ivan Rakitic to give him more minutes. And so finally, right? Finally, some great news. I have always wanted Alena to come next season. Now, it's not guaranteed that this is going to happen, but finally we're hearing something, and we're reading an article where Alena might come to FC Barcelona next season. And I believe that Quique Setien, knowing how he loves using his young players, I believe he will bring him in. And I do see Carlos Alena in the starting 11, not just coming to the first team, but start in the starting 11 along with De Jong and Arthur, because Alena adds the physicality, the intensity, and he loves doing the dirty work, and players like that are highly appreciated from the club and me. And I know that Carlos Alena wants to fight for the badge. He loves the club. He loves FC Barcelona. He knows that he has what it takes to start in the starting 11, and he is doing well at his current club, which is Real Betis. He hasn't been providing as much assist, but he does the creative work and he does the dirty work, and that's highly appreciated. And with Alena seeing Vidal and Rakitic leave in the summer, he's going to say, okay, okay, finally, 2 spots are open. I believe my chance is there. And again, with De Jong and Alena and Arthur, that is the perfect balance of everything you ever wanted in a midfield. You have the creativity, you have the technique, you have the player who's going to do the dirty work, the physicality, it's all there. And I also do want to talk about something for a second. So I believe that Ansu Fati, right, and Carlos Alena are the 2 players who are leading and guiding that light for La Masia, meaning I believe Ansu Fati and Carlos Alena are the perfect examples where they could tell La Masia and say, hey, look, you don't have to give up. You're probably not going to be sold to Real Betis or Villarreal or Arsenal. You can make it here in the starting 11 with FC Barcelona. If we can do it, we can do it too. And I believe Carlos Alena and Ansu Fati are providing that message to the Barcelona B team. And I believe that if Alena is given that chance next season and Ansu Fati is still there, starting with Messi and Luis Suarez, that proves that La Masia still has a chance. It is much harder now, but it is still possible. And I believe that Carlos Alena and Ansu Fati will be that proof and the light for La Masia. So it is something to think about. Alena and Ansu Fati do have greater roles than we actually thought they have. Very interesting stuff. And so on to the next news. I do want to talk about Antoine Griezmann. And according to Sport, Barcelona have put Antoine Griezmann on the market and they're ready to sell him for around 100 million euros or to include him into a swap deal. Barcelona think Antoine is a fine player who has scored goals, some of them decisive, but he never really stepped up consistently. The club wants to recover part of the money invested in the Frenchman. And so this is the first article of Barcelona where they might potentially want to sell Antoine Griezmann. And look, I want to be very honest with you guys, and I know that you guys are going to be very honest with me. You guys know, we all know, right? We do have that feeling that Barcelona, the board, they do have a thought. I know they have been sitting back and really thinking about Antoine Griezmann. I believe that they do want to sell him in the summer. They are thinking that there is no way where Barcelona is saying right now, Antoine Griezmann is our striker for the next 5 years. I don't see Barcelona saying that at the moment. I know that that thought is in there. And that's why I want to bring this article up. This is not 100% true, but I know Barcelona's intentions. And if you guys are wondering why this report is made, it's simply because Griezmann has not been the striker that we thought he could be. And again, is this article 100% true? No, it's not. But this is going to be the first article of 100 million articles that's going to come out in the next 2 to 3 months. This is just the beginning. There's going to be more articles, more rumors, more speculations, more pressure that's going to eventually surround Barcelona, and Griezmann will feel that. Griezmann will eventually hear what's going on around the club, and Barcelona will feel it. Barcelona will feel the pressure. They're going to say, hey, we're having this thought about Antoine Griezmann, and there's also many articles that are saying that Griezmann might leave Barcelona. We should actually start thinking about this seriously. And this does happen, and the action will need to be taken. So who knows what's going to happen in the summer, but I believe that there is a 50-50 chance that Griezmann is going to stay in Barcelona by next season. Now moving on to Laporte. According to Mundo Deportivo, they have said Barcelona are very attentive to Manchester City center back Laporte. The Frenchman will not be able to play Champions League football with the English side next season, and the player is aware of Barcelona's interest. And so right from the top, this article is an absolute no. I'm talking about this transfer, and I'm also talking about this article's credibility, because we have to remember that it is not officially confirmed that Manchester City is officially banned for the next 2 seasons. Not only that, but Barcelona is on a search to look for a rising young potential or a proven world-class defender who could probably be within the range of 28-29 years old, and Laporte doesn't fit in either of those categories. Laporte is a finished product, and I'm not saying that Laporte is a bad player. He does have quality, but he is not what Barcelona needs. So there are reasons why this rumor has flaws, right? Because they're claiming that Man City is in a 2-match ban, but they're not. It's not officially confirmed. And also, I would not want this transfer to happen because Laporte, again, is not the player that Barcelona needs, and there are better options out there. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.